In this video, I will be solving the mergeTwo problem of AP-1 section. Here comes the 5 seconds break for you to pause and attempt this problem on your own. Alright, let's read the problem statement now. Start with two arrays of strings A and B, each with its elements in alphabetical order and without duplicates. Return a new array containing the first n elements from the two arrays. The result array should be in alphabetical order and without duplicates. A and B both will be having a length which is n or more. The best linear solution makes a single pass over A and B, taking advantage of the fact that they are in alphabetical order, copying elements directly into the new array. So in the mergeTwo method, we will be given two string arrays A and B and an integer parameter n. And we need to return back a string array only having a size of n, which will be containing the merged elements from both of the arrays A and B. And it has been mentioned that both arrays A and B won't be having duplicates, which means that if A has been added in the array A, it won't repeat. Similarly, B won't repeat in the array B, and so on. So now if we analyze the example 1, when array A is A, C and Z and array B is B, F and Z. So we start comparing A and B. Out of A and B, of course, A comes first. So A is added in the result. Then we compare C and B. Out of these two elements, B comes first. Hence B is added. And finally, out of C and F, C comes first. Hence C is added. And this is our resulting array. So now how to solve it? First of all, in order to compare these two elements or compare simultaneous elements, we can make use of a method known as compare2. Let me show you it's working. So suppose where first is nothing but A and where second is nothing but B. If we compare first to second and if we try to see the result, the result is -1. Our negative number implies that the first value or first element comes before second. If we swap these elements, now a positive number will come. To be precise, 1 will be shown, which means that B comes after the A or second comes after first. So we can make use of this this method to compare the elements. And overall approach what we can take is we can create 3 pointers. Let me define int I equal to 0, j equal to 0 and k equal to 0. So I and j will be keeping the track of A and B arrays respectively, while k will be keeping the track of the resulting array's length. And also we can straight away define the result array with a size of new string n, since we are sure that the resulting array will be of size n. Now what we can do is we can write a while loop while k is less than n, and since I is keeping the track of array A, so I is less than A dot length, and similarly j is keeping track of array B, so j is less than B dot length. Now in this loop we will be making comparisons and adding the elements accordingly. So whenever we are comparing a pair of elements, there are 3 possibilities. Either so an element from this will be represented as A of I and an element from array B will be represented as B of J. So if we find A of I comes before B of J, which will be determined by if A of I dot compare to B of J. And as we saw, if A first comes before second, then the result is negative. If this is the case, then we will be storing the result at kth index, and the result will be A of I, since A of I is coming before B of J. And obviously we need to also increment the counter I so that it moves, for which we can write I plus plus. Similarly, A of B of J can come before A of I. B of J comes before A of I. If that's the case, for which we can write else if. Now the condition will be swapped, and here we will be storing B of J, because B of J is coming before A of I, like B is coming before C. And here also we need to increment this time J counter. Finally, there can be a case where both A of I is equal to B of J. If that's the case, it can be handled by writing result of K. We can use either A of I or B of J, because both of the elements are same only. So let's use A of I, and this time we need to increment both I and J simultaneously. So first of all, let's write these conditions or copy these conditions in the loop and remove the extra part. Yes. And finally, out of all of the conditions, we also need to mutate this K variable, for which we can write K plus plus outside all of the conditions. And finally, we can return back the result. So this is the entire logic. Let's copy this code in IDE, reformat it, and now try to run the test cases to verify the logic. Only, okay, I need to run all of the test cases. Yes, all of the test cases are passing. So now let's submit this code on the platform. Okay, all correct. And now we can push this code to GitHub. mergeTwo. Okay. And verify the code has been uploaded successfully. Done.